Hello. My name is Beth Wernet, and I want to know if anyone here has been time traveling. I'd like you to take a trip with me right now. Is everyone ready?
I haven't really talked to him, but he looks pretty down.
He looks pretty down. Yeah, well, maybe we should cheer him up then.
What do you suppose we should do?
Well, does he like butter tarts?
I was lying on the grass of Sunday morning of last week, indulging in my self-defeat.
For anyone who isn't familiar, this is a song called Steal My Sunshine by a group called Len. And for me, within the first few seconds of this song, I'm immediately back to this place. This is called Beaver Island. It's in northern Michigan. It looks like this. And I was with my family, and we were riding in the back of my dad's truck. Specifically, sitting in the back on the hard plastic, warmed by the sun, driving down dirt roads on our way to get ice cream. The kind where they make the waffle cones fresh, so they're still warm when they hand them over. And me, I was grumpy this entire trip, in the way only a 14-year-old who would rather be back home with friends can be. But in this moment, in the back of the truck with this song playing and an ice cream cone in my hand, I allowed myself to enjoy my family and relax in the sun. So why this story? Within the first few notes of this song, I get hit with the distinct memory of a place, a time, what it looked like, what I was tasting, what it smelled like, what I was feeling, and what my emotions were. I've played this song for a number of people and asked them what they pictured when they heard it. Cheap beer and dancing with good friends. Driving in my friend's powder blue Dodge Caravan minivan, feeling reckless and irresponsible. Sun, cars, Pokemon, and bare feet. Their stories were different. They ranged in topics from short and mundane to long and meaningful. But the one thing they all had in common was the rich detail to those memories, the sensory sights, smells, tastes of the time, specific people, times, and emotions. The things that we don't notice, we notice. And that's why I've created a tool that allows you to record your memories by linking them to music. Now, music and memory. Our brains do not record our experiences in the way that a camera records them. We extract fragments from our experiences and store them in different places in our brain, and when we remember them, we grab all those pieces and reconstruct them to form a memory. When songs are remembered, they're encoded with a whole variety of contextual details, and like we've seen, being re-exposed to the song can bring those rich details flooding back. Using songs as memory triggers gives us access to a whole range of senses and experiences we didn't remember that we remembered at the time. In short, music prompts stories. And I'm not just talking about overly sentimental mixtapes. Playing music from a patient's life has shown to be an incredibly efficient therapy for those struggling with memory diseases like dementia. And it's with that I'd like to introduce Noteworthy. And it would work like this. This is my grandpa. He's always been associated in my family to this.
Well, the south side of Chicago is the baddest part of town. And if you go down there, you better just beware of a man named Leroy Brown. Now, Leroy...
Bad Bad Leroy Brown, his favorite song. Unfortunately, he passed away when I was 7, so I don't have the most memories of him. But in the shorthand of those first few chords lives his personality, and you'd be hard-pressed to play this song around one of my family members without getting a story. So if I wanted to put this song into Noteworthy, I would start by searching for it. As I input the song, Noteworthy prompts me to fill in as much detail as I can about a specific memory relating to this song. Each field allows you to be general or specific, and I can fill out as much as I want to. By tagging family members in the memory, it lets them know that I'm talking about this moment and prompts them to add their own stories to the post. For example, in playing this song, For my mom, she told me of a restaurant that my grandfather used to take them to and how he always requested this song and would take my grandmother dancing. So one recollection, prompted by a song, becomes the focal point around which more stories can collect, becoming a conversation. Now, Bad Bad Leroy Brown is a song that lives in my family lore as clearly belonging to and drawing out stories of my grandfather. But some of the most interesting musical memories are the ones that catch us off guard, the powerful memory triggers we didn't realize we had. So if I'm at the grocery store and I hear this, I can pull out Noteworthy to grab the song.
How can we be lovers if we can't be friends? How can
In this case, I know when it reminds me of, so I input the date. By syncing Noteworthy to other social media sites, like Facebook and Instagram, it can go in and show me moments I may have stored on these services. Choosing one brings with it any information I may have tagged to that photo at that time, like where it was and who was with me. Tagging friends in these moments alerts them that they've been mentioned and they can respond. If they have a different song they'd like to associate to the moment, they can add that too. The system encourages them to add on to the story rather than leaving a comment. If you sync the service with existing music streaming services like RDO, Spotify, or iTunes, the app gives you a daily summary of your most listened to songs on today's date in history, along with a little bit of context about where you were. A map, the weather, some contextual information about your listening habits, or the history of the song. These can be browsed through, saved, added to, or expanded upon. In this way, the service can be browsed or listened to passively and often allows for unexpected memory triggers. And all of these stories get saved into a personal profile, a record of your life in song. And once you've built up this archive of meaningful moments and songs, you'll be able to create dynamic and hyper-personalized playlists about the times, the places, the moments, and the people that matter. And the next time I have old friends over for dinner, I can automatically generate a playlist that I know will spark meaningful conversations and points of connection. Memories are the stories that we tell ourselves about ourselves. They become the way we decide what we value and who we are. We then tell them to each other, and they become our conversations. And these conversations in symphony become our culture. So as we tell each other these stories, let's tell the most meaningful ones. Thanks.